Oh, okay. Hello and welcome to the January 19th, 2025 episode of Nick's News. I am your host, Nick, brought to you by Some Budget Studios. That's right, I'm finally putting some money into this project of ours. We're live every Sunday, and I thank you all so much for tuning in or catching the replay on the Nick's News Facebook page or the YouTube page. That's right, we are simulcasting between Facebook and YouTube. Hooray! This is a program dedicated to bringing good news to counter all of the bad news that we are bombarded with on a daily basis with the hope of bringing a little bit of joy back into the world. Several of our articles are pulled from sites like goodnewsnetwork.org and goodgoodgood.co, but we do appreciate all of the articles sent in by you, the viewers. I am probably going to have to cut that. That is so weird. Producer Donna and I were talking just before we started. And I'd gone through, I'd done my check, everything was working, and then the mic died. So, not sure what happened there. How do I sound? Is it coming in okay? I know I kind of sound a little bad right now. I took a trip this last weekend, and I might have picked up a bug. I'm not sure. I'm hoping I didn't, but we'll see. Hi Cassidy, hi Eliza in the Facebook chat. Hey Joey in the Facebook chat. It's good now. All right, so we are good. Producer Donna, I told you not to say the magic words. I think we're good to go. That's definitely what did us in. Joey, thank you, says I sound normal. All right, cool. So I sound all right. All right, let's get into this. Sound fine now. Okay. Yeah, you sound good. Cam is a bit fuzzy. Interesting. The camera is a little fuzzy. Why would the camera be fuzzy? Oh, I just saw it. Oh, did it just readjust? Hey, Julie in the Facebook chat. I think I just saw the camera autocorrect. That's weird. The camera was not lined up on me properly. Does it look better now? I'm gonna cut a huge chunk out of this episode probably for the YouTube, and that'll be like, yeah, you're good now. All right, we're good. Oh, I just watched it do it again. Never say you are good to go. That just provokes the chaos gremlin. Yup, the chaos gremlin is in effect. All right, news brew. So we are going to get out of the territory of stouts. We're going to get into a different style of heavy beer that I really enjoy. Wow, the camera just did it again. Interesting. What is the camera focusing on? See, producer Donna calling me out. Julie saying I look fine. But the camera is definitely finding something in the room. And it's focusing on that. Fine that is. All right. So, news brew. We're going to get out of stouts. We're going to get into something a little bit more fun. And it is another boxed beer. This is 18 by Surly Brewing Company. I absolutely love all of the... Oh, geez, I just blew the gain on that. I love all of the artwork on these boxes and these cans. So, that is the artwork for 18, this unbelievable cathedral. Cam is not focused on you. Background is super clear. Maybe the plants. Interesting. Why does it like the plants more than it likes me? We'll have to keep working on it. Obviously, with new tech, we're always trying to figure out what's going on with the new tech, why it's doing what it's doing. So maybe I need to narrow the camera field down the road to get it to... Yeah, because it's not focusing on me. I don't know what it's focusing on. Strange. If I scoot up... Yeah, this can is absolutely gorgeous. So this is an interesting beer. I just saw a focus flicker. Yeah, I saw it too. We'll keep working with our tech, obviously, as we go and figure out, what's going on. So this is an 11% ABV Belgian-Style Golden Strong Ale, and it's fermented with brettanomyces, the kind of wild strain yeast that you ferment things like sour beers with. So this should be a little funky. It's focused over my left shoulder. Is it? Is there a plant over there that it really likes? What is it like over there? That's so interesting. The camera has not been doing this lately. Camera, why you do this? Camera, why you do this? Let me hit the shutter real quick on it. See, and I just see it focus on me now. I can see it's focused on me. Interesting. Huh. Well, we'll see how this goes. And like I said, we'll play around with tech. We're still getting into this. So yeah, getting away from the stouts, we're into this really crazy wild strain brew. And here's the big thing. I have, Ben in the, Ben in the chat, I have hot cocoa with rum. Ben, that is awesome. Ghost, tell it to pay rent or get the F out. I do think a ghost has been following me around. Yeah, maybe the camera just missed me. So Surly Brewing Company's been around for 18 years, and this is a testament to everything that they've learned and mastered in the brewing process. So this is shaping up to be an amazing beer. And being a Belgian ale, strong ale, we are getting away from my snifter, which is featured on so many episodes, and we are going to go to my Harpoon tulip glass. So, don't need the Ballast Long bottle opener because it's a can, but I'll blow the gain on the audio. Like that. I watched it just go solid red. And we will get into the theatrics of the however many second long pour it takes. And again, we are still working on getting like a song going that I can flip to. Look at that. Look at that golden color. It's liquid gold. Okay. And yes, producer Donna saying it. That is a very, very pretty beer. That beer's got really great color on it. So, a little bit of that funk from that brettanomyces. So this should be interesting. All right, shout outs. So, in the world of voiceover, Anthony of Speek Geek Voice Acting, and I know it's spelled how it's spelled, don't talk to me about that. He can be anyone, be it hero or villain, prince or pauper, shy guy, or the exuberant life of the party. Contact him if you need character voiceover, corporate voiceover, including IVR and voice on hold, or commercial voiceover. Anthony says, let's work together so we can give your project the voice that it deserves. So to Anthony with Speek Geek Voice Acting, cheers. It is not overly funky. The brettanomyces has not made it an overly sour beer. It's just like the sour is there, and I like it. Wow. News quote. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Obviously, we are getting things going into 2025 here. It's going to be an interesting year. A lot of stuff going on for all of us. And some of us are going to be counting the days and hoping the days are better. But instead, don't count the days, make the days count. And that comes from Muhammad Ali, who was born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., and he was an American professional boxer and social activist, and as well as a global cultural icon. And I love that quote because it's that seize the day quote, but it's very short, it's very simple. Don't count the days, make the days count. I love that. So to Muhammad Ali, thank you, sir. Julie in the Facebook chat, grr 2025 so far. Julie, I agree with you, but we will make the days count. So, Bug update, Elvira's snooze continues. Just before the broadcast, I actually pulled Elvira's vivarium out so that I could see her, and she's looking healthy and well. It looks like she moved around a little bit in her burrow, but otherwise she's doing all right. Sue is a grumbly little thing, and he's been fed up with my current aliveness state, so he hasn't come out much. He's kind of hiding in his burrow. I think it might be because it's a little bit colder in here. I try to keep the temperature pretty up for all the bugs, but it does dip a little, and right now with how cold it is in Michigan, the furnace can only do so much. Ripley is on the prowl all the time and is going to give me nightmares with their scuttling. And in the news for the mantises, we are down to a Truxican standoff between 3 remaining competitors. Those 3 they're big, but Mean Green, who I talked about on the last Nick's News, is the biggest and definitely consumed one of the siblings when they were at 4. So, but if you watch the Highlander, the Kurgan's size and stature proves that size isn't everything, and we will see who comes out on top. Who will be the one Mantis McLeod? And they're also a little bit of funny news, and I got to get some pictures to put up on the Instagram. They're at the stage now where they're large enough to know when I'm looking at them. And they have begun to adopt the stick pose where they shoot their arms out forward and just kind of freeze up like, oh no, he's there. So it's kind of cute. And let me bump this up a little bit. I wonder if it's the lighting. There we go. Because it was focusing on me earlier better with the lighting. So they're at that stage now where they watch me. And they're aware of when I'm around, which is really cute. Julie in the Facebook chat, there can be only one. Yes. All right, let's get into our good news. So our broadcast is broken up into 4 major categories, and those categories are science and technology, health and medicine, flora and fauna, aka plants and animals, and wholesome notes, the really nice touchy-feely articles we like to end on. So we're going to start off in category 1, science and technology, and I called this article, Hang on, honey, I just have to blow up the farm. And I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. Julie in the Facebook chat, I have something to say. It is better to burn out than to fade away. I like that, Julie. World's first inflatable farm uses 99% less water to grow vegetables in deserts. This comes from Interesting Engineering and was posted 10 days ago. 10 days ago, was it? Nice. It's back on the 9th. By Shrishti Gupta on the 9th of January. And yeah. At CES 2025, Jordanian company Air Farm introduced a new innovative approach to indoor farming with its innovative inflatable modules that utilize aeroponics to grow crops faster and with never-before-seen efficiency. January 9th from Donna, because I'm like, 10 days ago. By employing a micro-mist aeroponic system, Air Farm achieves water usage reductions of up to 99% compared to traditional agriculture, making it a game changer for water-scarce regions and urban farming. The lightweight and portable modules are not only 75% lighter than conventional container farms, but also are designed for quick installation, requiring just half a day to set up. This efficient design also enhances shipping logistics, allowing 10 units to fit into a single container, eliminating the need for a trailer. Oh, that is the famous Kurgan quote. Thank you for that one, Julie. At CES last year, we got the best of innovation in human security. So as you can see, we have targeted the food security market, especially in the Middle East and other places where water scarcity is really an issue. And then we helped them to grow actual plants using their resources, says Jenna Kim, manager at Midbar, and that's what they told Interesting Engineering at CES 2025. At the core of Air Farm's innovation lies its advanced micro-mist aeroponics system. By delivering nutrients through a fine mist sprayed directly onto the roots, the system optimizes plant growth while minimizing resource use. Compared to hydroponic systems, Air Farm's aeroponics cuts water usage by 90%, reduces fertilizer consumption by 60%, and eliminates pesticides entirely. This method supports diverse crops from leafy greens to root vegetables like potatoes and carrots, maximizing yield while ensuring sustainability. Air Farm simplifies agriculture with its integrated smart farming system, making it accessible even to beginners. The system is paired with a user-friendly smartphone app that provides real-time monitoring and control of essential cultivation factors, such as EC and pH levels, temperature, humidity, and vapor pressure deficit, or the VPD. Can you imagine, like, you've got a farm set up in a shipping container, and you're just like, I gotta check on my farm, honey. Doing well. Like, that's awesome. The intuitive dashboard and automated control features allow users to input desired values, ensuring optimal growing conditions are maintained with minimal effort. This data-driven approach not only enhances productivity, but also makes farming more efficient and predictable. I really like that. We have successfully made our journey to the UAE, and they have successfully grown leafy greens in there. They're using it in school cafeterias to provide salads. We have installed units in Japan, Kim added. Available in 10 and 20-foot sizes, Air Farm modules cater to diverse needs, including educational initiatives, research applications, and, of course, commercial farming. The 20-foot model aligns with standard container dimensions, making it ideal for scalable operations. A farm app. Maybe I could keep plants alive if I had that, from Cassidy in the Facebook chat. Cassidy, you can also check out the weekly flora and fauna posts for when we have flora, because we talk about how to keep plants alive. User feedback highlights successful deployments in regions like the UAE, Japan, and Jordan, where Air Farm has demonstrated its capability to bolster food security and adapt to varying climates. Producer Donna, and you can just pack it up and move to follow the weather if you need to, which is awesome. Explaining what's next for Air Farm, Kim says, next we are planning to have vertical farming, so we would like to have a more scalable system because many of the agriculturalists who want to try hydroponics usually tend to have a bigger size of their farm. So we would like to have a bigger farm with less energy. That's a good initiative. We have this technology called nanoclimate control, so usually in indoor smart farming, we have to control the whole space, especially if you have a greenhouse. Then you have to cool the greenhouse environment to grow plants. But we're trying to pull up just the cultivation beds and make the optimal environment for plants. By recapturing heat that comes out from the farm and using it to dry the waste that is coming out of the farm, we are trying to make a net zero farm, Kim concludes. Hey, Will. Real life Farmville. Cassidy says, I need something to remind me when to take care of them. Cassidy, I'm pretty sure there are a couple of apps that can remind you when you need to take care of plants or when you need to water them. I use Picture Finder's plant app for my menagerie, like all the different plants that I have, just a few of them in this room alone. So there are apps available, but to everybody involved, with Jordanian company Air Farm to make these portable pop-up aeroponic farms. Cheers. So that's going to get us out of science and technology. We're going to move on to category 2. Health and medicine. And this one comes from Cassidy. So Cassidy, thank you so much for sending in this article. I called it Cunning, Clever, Crafty, CRISPR. But I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. Scientists engineer CRISPR enzymes that evade the immune system. This was posted to broadinstitute.org on January 9th of 2025 by Alessandra Di Corato. Alessandra Di Corato. It might be Italian. I don't know. The core components of CRISPR-based genome editing therapies are bacterial proteins called nucleases that can stimulate unwanted immune responses in people, increasing the chances of side effects and making these therapies potentially less effective. Researchers at the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard and Cyrus Biotechnology have now engineered two CRISPR nucleases, Cas9 and Cas12, to mask them from the immune system. The team identified protein sequences on each nuclease that trigger the immune system and used computational modeling to design new versions that evade immune recognition. The engineered enzymes had similar gene editing efficiency and reduced immune responses compared to standard nucleases in mice. This is really cool. Appearing in Nature Communications, the findings could help pave the way for safer, more efficient gene therapies. The study was led by Feng Zhang, a core institute member at the Broad and an investigator at the McGovern Institute for Brain Research at MIT. Eliza in the Facebook chat, I didn't know MIT studied broads. Damn it, Eliza. As CRISPR therapies enter the clinic, there is a growing need to ensure that these tools are as safe as possible, and this work tackles one aspect of that challenge, said Zhang, who is also a co-director of the K. Lisa Yang and Hock E. Tan Center for Molecular Therapeutics, the James and Patricia Petrois Professor of Neuroscience, and a professor at MIT. He is an investigator at the Howard Hughes Medical Institute. Eliza, I'll show myself out. Producer Donna, all colleges do. Ramya Raghavan, a graduate student in Zhang's lab when the study began, and Mirko Julian Frederick, a postdoctoral scholar in Zhang's lab, were the co-first authors on the study. People have known for a while that Cas9 causes an immune response, but we wanted to pinpoint which parts of the protein were being recognized by the immune system, and then engineer the proteins to get rid of those parts while retaining its function, said Raghavan. Our goal was to use this information to create not only a safer therapy, but one that is potentially even more effective because it is not being eliminated by the immune system before it can do its job, added Frederick. Many CRISPR-based therapies use nuclease derived from bacteria. About 80% of people have pre-existing immunity to these proteins through everyday exposure to these bacteria. But scientists didn't know which parts of the nucleases the immune system was recognizing. To find out, Zhang's team used a specialized type of mass spectrometry. There's another R in there. To identify and analyze the Cas9 and Cas12 protein fragments recognized by immune cells. For each of two nucleases, Cas9 from Streptococcus pyogenes and Cas12 from Staphylococcus aureus, they identified 3 short sequences, about 8 amino acids long, that evoked an immune response. So they were able to pinpoint this tiny sequence of genes. 8 amino acids. And that was all the immune system needs to find these things. They then partnered with Cyrus Biotechnology, a company that was co-founded by the University of Washington biochemist David Baker, that develops structure-based computational tools to design proteins that evade the immune response. After Zhang's team identified immunogenic sequences in Cas9 and Cas12, Cyrus used these computational approaches to design versions of the nucleases that did not include the immune-triggering sequences. Zhang's lab used prediction software to validate that the new nucleases were less likely to trigger the immune responses. Next, the team engineered a panel of new nucleases informed by these predictions and tested the most promising candidates in human cells and in mice that were genetically modified to bear key components of the human immune system. In both cases, they found that the engineered enzymes resulted in significantly reduced immune responses compared to the original nucleases, but still cut DNA at the same efficiency. So in the mouse simulation, they were able to achieve their goal. The immune response was muted. These changes to the Cas9 and Cas12 sequences gave them protection from the immune system so they wouldn't get offed and could keep doing their job. That's fantastic. Minimally immunogenic nucleases are just one part of safer gene therapies, Zhang's team says. In the future, they hope their methods may also help scientists design delivery vehicles to evade the immune system. That is really cool to everybody at the Broad Institute involved in making CRISPR enzymes evade the immune system, and to Cassidy for sending in that article. Cheers. Mona in the Facebook or in the YouTube chat, no banging head on desk that hurts, because producer Donna said she was banging her head on the desk when we had the mic problem at the beginning. While we're in the topic of health and medicine, I don't know if any of you have noticed, but I've had this little spot on my finger for a couple of broadcasts now. I smashed my finger at work on a part, or a part smashed my finger, and gave me just a little blood blister that's been steadily moving out of the way. It's not anything worse than that, so it's just marching along, and will hopefully in like frickin' 6 to 9 months will be completely gone. But I notice it on the stream anytime I bring my hand up because it's so prominent. And now all of you will see it too. Ooh, where'd it go? There it is. So that's going to get us out of health and medicine. We're going to move on to category 3, flora and fauna, aka plants and animals. And I called this first one, This Show Doesn't Need to Go On. And I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. Mona in the YouTube, I've done that. It takes a while for it to go away. Yep, I've been slowly watching its progress, and I can see the top of it now, which is nice. So I know it's not continuing any further back into my nail bed. So, Charlie bit my finger, from Eliza in the Facebook chat. Charlie bit me. This state finally banned circus performances for elephants, tigers, giraffes, and primates. This comes from goodgoodgood.co. It was posted on January 16th of 2025 by Megan Cook. On January 1st, Massachusetts officially prohibited elephants, lions, tigers, primates, giraffes, and bears from being used in traveling circus environments. Going forward, the new law authorizes civil penalties ranging from $500 to $10,000 per animal. The result comes at the heels of over 2 decades of advocacy and was widely supported across the state, with more than 2/3 of Massachusetts voters supporting the ban. For years, circuses have harmed the welfare of animals for the sake of entertainment, Governor Healy expressed in an official statement, as the bill was signed into law. I'm thankful to the legislature for taking the steps needed to prevent this kind of animal mistreatment in Massachusetts. Some of the most majestic creatures on our planet should not be treated inhumanely simply for profit or entertainment, Senate President Karen E. Spilka added in agreement. Although larger circus companies like Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey have resumed operation post-pandemic without elephants, tigers, lions, and more in their shows, regional circuses, fairs, and carnivals have only recently come under fire for their treatment of the animals. As the new year rang in, Massachusetts joined New Jersey, Hawaii, California, Colorado, and Maryland in banning the use of wild animals in circuses. In Massachusetts, exemptions include animals performing in zoos and on movie sets, activities that are monitored by the American Zoo and Aquarium Association, the AZA, and the American Humane Association, the AHA, respectively. Cassidy in the Facebook chat, how has this not been a thing? The entertainment business is weird, you know? It's obviously like this kind of stuff has gone under the rug and now it's finally been caught, and we'll see what happens with it. We'll see if this is going to keep up, and more states are going to sign on to this. That changing of the light didn't have the desired effect. I was trying to get the camera to refocus on me. Obviously, this is something we're probably going to have like a tech test later in the week to figure out why the camera keeps auto-zooming, because I just watched it go through the auto-zoom system again. But producer Donna in the YouTube chat, Canada is cracking down on the roadside zoos too. Very nice. Officials hoped this would also bring attention to the protection of the many endangered and vulnerable species that have long been associated... Oh, oops, I skipped a part, didn't I? Because I was talking. I think I skipped a part. Let's see. This historic legislation marks the end of an era where tigers, elephants, and other wild animals are forced to perform under deplorable conditions, including being whipped and forced into small cages to travel from show to show across the Commonwealth. Prayal Patel, the Massachusetts State Director for the Humane Society, told the Associated Press. Prayal Patel also said that the new law protects animals from enduring abusive training methods, prolonged confinement, and harmful environments. Officials hoped this would also bring attention to the protection of the many endangered and vulnerable species that have long been associated with circus life, including Asian elephants and wild tigers. These animals are often subject to cruel and inhumane treatment, including prolonged periods of confinement and other forms of neglect and abuse, all to provide entertainment, said House Minority Leader Representative Bradley H. Jones, Jr. While several communities in the Commonwealth have already implemented local bans, a statewide ban on traveling animal acts is long overdue. That is awesome. So yeah, to the Massachusetts State Legislature for passing a bill that is going to protect elephants, lions, tigers, primates, giraffes, and bears. Cheers. See, now the camera's locked on. I just turning the light on and off. The camera's locked on me now. I can tell. The producer Donna's got some ideas. We'll have to do a tech test, yeah. I call this next one Happy Matilda Day. And I'm going to copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. Matilda Day. Austin, Texas creates citywide holiday and fundraiser for a beloved senior rescue dog. On January 17th of 2025, dog-loving Austinites will celebrate the city's newest holiday, Matilda Day. Earlier this month, Austin City Council member Jose Chito Vela announced the special day which honors the late rescue dog Matilda, a beloved companion to local woman Amanda Stronza. Matilda was a local internet sensation, with Stronza sharing vibrant photos and stories of the pup on social media until and after Matilda passed away at the age of 18 in 2023. The holiday's goal is to raise funds for the nonprofit Austin Pets Alive and its work to provide support and care to senior animals. I forgot to mention that this article came from goodgoodgood.co. It was posted on January 14th of 2025 by Cameron Baker. The holiday's goal is to raise funds for the nonprofit Austin Pets Alive and its work to provide support and care to senior animals. Last year, before the holiday was a city official, the organization raised over $21,000, surpassing its initial goal of $19,000 in honor of Matilda's would-be 19th birthday. This year, their goal is $20,000, representing Matilda's birthday once again. I am so thrilled to see Matilda's memory honored this way, Stronza said in a statement. She was deeply loved by so many, and it only makes sense to channel some of that love to pups who need it most, especially the senior dogs. This year's fundraising campaign is again devoted to the care of senior dogs. Donors can contribute to feed a furry friend, provide 2 weeks' worth of sheltering for a senior dog, cover the spay or neuter of a shelter animal, or even provide a wheelchair for paralyzed animals, giving them the opportunity to walk and socialize with others. Most of all, though, Stronza hopes the holiday raises awareness about the needs of senior pets and promotes adoption for older animals. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, senior dogs in shelters have a significantly lower adoption rate compared to younger dogs. While younger dogs have about a 60% adoption rate, senior dogs have an adoption rate of 25%, meaning they face the risk of euthanasia or never finding a loving home. The long-term goal, according to APA, is to expand Matilda Day into a national event that inspires senior pet adoption across the country. We have included a link to the event in the description on both the YouTube and the Facebook page, so check that out. My dream is something like Giving Tuesday, but for dogs, Stranza wrote in an Instagram post. A day devoted to extra care and love for senior pups in shelters. In a holiday dedication ceremony earlier this month, Vella and Stranza both spoke about the importance of caring for senior pets, especially those in shelters. While I was talking, I am pretty sure Matilda, her Stardust, was Snoopy dancing all over City Hall. I am so deeply grateful for the love of so many of you here and for the magic of that moment, Stranza shared on Instagram. Oh, and the camera just did it again. Maybe there's a ghost in here that just keeps getting the camera's attention. Like, ghost, why you do this? Why are you screwing up my stream? Matilda's impact through her life and legacy has helped countless lives of senior dogs at APA, Dr. Ellen Jefferson, president and CEO of Austin Pets Alive, said in a statement. Her legacy shows us what's possible when a community comes together to care for the animals who need us most. But there are still countless senior pets waiting for their chance. On Matilda Day, let's honor her memory by turning compassion into action for our companion animals. That is awesome. To everybody, at the Austin City in the city of Austin that celebrated Matilda Day and is taking care of senior pets, and to Matilda, the late dog to start this, and her owner, Amanda Stranza. Cheers. I might need to turn the autocorrect off on this, because clearly the auto feature is what's happening, is it's zooming into something. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Sorry about that. Whoosh. Oh, I didn't do it. Oh, I did it. I'll just trick it each time. All right, so that's going to get us out of flora and fauna. We are going to get into category 4, the wholesome notes. And we've got 3 articles, all of which are Not All Heroes Wear Capes articles. We're going to start off with Not All Heroes Wear Capes, First Response Edition. And I will copy and paste this into the chat if you all want to read along. Ontario teen puts himself in significant danger to save a man from a tent fire. This was posted to Global News on January 11th of 2025 by Kevin Nielsen. A Hamilton teen says the accolades he's received since rushing into a burning tent to help a man who was trapped inside have overwhelmed him. Zeke Fox, a 17-year-old high school student, was driving home from a friend's house when he noticed some unusual smoke as he passed by Bayfront Park. There was a cloud of smoke that was kind of flowering over the road, Fox explained. What caught my eye is that the smoke was black, and I'm used to seeing smoke coming out of tents. But again, the smoke was black, which means that plastic was burning. Fox pulled his van over to the side of the road to figure out what was going on. And at that point, there was a couple pops, and then the tent went up in flames. And it wasn't slowly, it just all went up all at once, he told Global News. I ran over to the tent and I heard a man crying for help, screaming, "Help me!" After hearing the man's cries, Fox called his parents, who were at their nearby home getting ready for bed. Hey, Lily in the Facebook chat. I said, "Dad, you have to call 911. There's a tent that's on fire. There's someone inside. I don't know if I can get to him, but I'm going to do what I can," Fox explained. Next, he spoke to his mom, who implored him to step aside and let the authorities do their job. I said, "Mom, there's someone inside. I can't back up and just watch this happen. I need to help," Fox explained. The Cathedral High School student entered the burning tent to try and assist. "This gentleman was caught up in a tarp that was preventing him from getting out by himself, so I managed to pull him out," he explained, noting that he was back outside within seconds. "Once I got him out of the tent, he was still badly burned, his clothes were still on fire, and I got him out of the tent and rolled him in the snow," he said. "That didn't put out the fire on his clothes, so I found a cloth or something on the ground, and I started beating out the fire." Fox said that several Hamilton police officers then reached the scene and took over for him. "Zeke put himself in significant danger and proceeded to pull the male to safety, saving his life," Detective Greg Blunson told Global News in an email on Thursday. Police said the man, who is in his 50s, was transported to hospital with burns to his body. He is currently intubated and is stable, but in critical condition. Police do not believe there to be anything suspicious connected to the fire and are not investigating. Fox was treated in hospital for smoke inhalation and released after a few hours, according to police. "Once I was being treated for everything and had calmed down in my brain and had some time to stop and think, I surprised myself that I reacted that quickly and was able to help the gentleman to the extent that I did," he said. The backyard of his parents' home backs onto the park, and while his dad ran to his son, his mom watched the events unfold from the backyard. "My mom was watching it happen from our backyard, and I can't even imagine what was going through her head, watching the fire grow in size and not knowing where I am at that point," Fox offered. "I've talked to my parents about it, and they said I definitely did give them a good scare, but they're extremely proud of me." Word has spread around Hamilton about the students' heroics. Fox said that while he's grateful for the attention, it has been overwhelming. "I was not expecting this kind of reaction from not just the school, but the community," he said. "I go to Tim Hortons on my lunch break and staff want to take pictures with me. I'm like, never in my life would I ever expect that." To Zeke Fox, a 17-year-old who ran into a burning tent to save a man, not all heroes wear capes. Cheers. Hi, Charlie. Glad you are safe as well. This second one is the Not All Heroes Wear Capes One-Stop Shopping Edition. And I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. Los Angeles teen creates website for wildfire victims seeking food, shelter, and supplies. This was posted at goodgoodgood.co on January 15th of 2025 by Megan Cook. As blazing wildfires continue to scorch through Los Angeles, California, Cam. There we go. I'm going to have to go in this week with a tech test and figure out why it's auto-zooming off of me. Why? Why you do this? Why don't you like me? Why is the ghost that is haunting me trying to prevent our broadcast by zooming out, by autofocusing my camera on something else in the room? I don't even know what it's autofocusing on. Something in this room it likes something more than my face. So, thank you, producer Donna, for calling that out. As blazing wildfires continue to scorch through Los Angeles, California, thousands of people have been temporarily displaced or rendered homeless by the ongoing disaster. As nonprofits throw open their doors, restaurants offer free meals, and crowd-funded campaigns roll in thousands of donations. There are an overwhelming number of resources cropping up, both from people wanting to help and those seeking aid. In the chaos, one teen wanted to make it easy for everyone to find information in one tidy place, a website called savela.org. Uh-oh, producer Donna knows what it's focused on. Oh, and it did it again. Is it my chair? It can't be the chair. Wow, it didn't like that at all. Next time when you wave your hand, say, "I am the Zoom you are looking for." Thank you, Will, in the Facebook chat. Lilith in the Facebook chat. It just wants to be part of the stream. I love it. I wanted to make it so if you wanted to help or if you needed help, it could all be in one website, a one-stop shop. Ruben Vargas, a 16-year-old who lives in South Bay, Los Angeles, told NBC Bay Area. I am deeply passionate about helping people, especially during these challenging times, Vargas explained on the website's homepage. This website is my effort to make a positive impact and provide resources to those who need them most. The Save LA website is sanctioned off into 6 distinct sections: cash donations, supply donations and drop-off locations, volunteer opportunities, safe shelter options, financial assistance, and food banks. The Volunteer Resource Guide is the most comprehensive list on the website. Links include food and supply centers looking for volunteers, animal shelters looking for temporary foster parents, and opportunities to host wildfire victims who are temporarily homeless. With so many Angelenos under evacuation orders and first responders coming in from all over the country, this is a way to open your home if you are able, Vargas wrote online. You can also host through Airbnb to offer free stays to people in times of crisis. Overall, Vargas wanted to make it easy for victims to find help, and for helpers to lend a hand. I just want the people who got victimized by these fires to have some sort of home and shelter and some way of living in this hard time, Vargas explained to NBC. That is awesome. To Ruben Vargas, not all heroes wear capes, young man, and just the work a 16-year-old is doing to try to connect everybody and get help to folks who have been harmed by these wildfires. Cheers. Our last one is about an individual who's not a new face to Nick's News. It is about SB mowing. So this is Not All Heroes Wear Capes While Mowing edition. And I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. A note as well about this article, because something happened that hasn't happened to us before, or hasn't happened to the degree that it did. GoodNewsNetwork.org, a website that we usually pull a lot of news from, and articles like this, posted an article like this, or about this. However, producer Donna does a lot of background digging to make sure that what we're getting is factual, so that what we're presenting is factual. And it turns out the GoodNewsNetwork.org article was just wrong about several different things. And we've had it in the past where GoodNewsNetwork.org has been wrong on a couple things. So we've gone in and we've done little corrections, like by just, me saying that or producer Donna just called it out in her write-ups on some of the articles that we look at together. But this was just like flagrantly wrong. So definitely a knock against goodnewsnetwork.org, and I hope that they clean things up so that we can continue using them as a source. But this one, Kansas man mowing lawns for free helps raise over $700,000 for elderly woman in need, we pulled from Sunny Skies on January 14th of 2025. And I don't believe the article had a author, just that it was Sunny Skies, the website. So, a man known for his generous acts of mowing lawns for free has sparked an extraordinary wave of kindness, raising over $700,000 for an elderly woman named Beth. I saw this video the other day before producer Donna and I even went over this article, and I was in tears at how amazing it was. Spencer from SB Mowing was contacted by a friend at the city of Beth, about Beth, who was struggling with an overgrown lawn. The city had issued a warning threatening to charge her $240 for maintenance, a fee that she can't afford. Spencer visited Beth's home, where she shared her struggles in finding help. Moved by her situation, he transformed her lawn for free. Beth was overwhelmed with gratitude, brought to tears by the kind gesture. Spencer shared the heartwarming transformation in a video titled, "Her Tears Said It All, My Prayers Have Been Answered," and the response was overwhelming. Viewers were eager to help Beth beyond her lawn, suggesting donations to address accessibility issues at her home, such as installing a ramp, repairing her driveway, and adding a chairlift. Spencer set up a GoFundMe page with a goal of $100,000, but the donations quickly surpassed expectations. Over 28,000 people contributed, with one donor giving $2,500. As of the recording of this episode, producer Donna got me the amount. They are at $864,517. A goal of 100,000 has raised $864,000 to help this woman in need, and that is unbelievable. And yep, producer Donna has posted, we've included the link to Spencer's video if anyone missed it in the description for our chat. We've also posted the GoFundMe site. Because, wow, this is just goodness. This is some wholesome goodness right here. Messages poured in from donors who were inspired by Spencer's kindness and Beth's story. I love this story. This is everything that is good in the world. Beth, I hope you get all the upgrades you can and are able to enjoy them, one donor wrote. Beth, our prayers for the love and arms of this community to wrap around you and provide you all the joy and comfort you deserve. Spencer, God uses all of us in his own way. You are a true blessing and a guardian angel. So glad we could help, donor Kevin Wharton commented. Spencer recorded the moment he informed Beth about the fundraising efforts. Her reaction was pure and emotional as she tearfully asked, "Why?" Spencer replied, "They kind of fell in love with you and your story. We just wanted to come together as a community to help you out and get you to a better spot." Beth's story is a testament to the power of community, compassion, and the ripple effect of a single act of kindness. Spencer's dedication to helping others continues to inspire people far and wide. I think there was one last little bit that producer Donna posted to me about this, is that Spencer hadn't initially had it in mind to do the GoFundMe. They touched on it in the article. It was the viewers that all suggested setting this up. And in the video, he goes and explains that to her and then set up the GoFundMe, and $864,517 so far and rising. To Spencer from SB Mowing, not all heroes wear capes, and you are a good person. Cheers. In the YouTube chat, producer Donna, I like his power washing channel too. So does Mona. There's something special about watching his stuff where he's going and he's just taking care of homes, lawns, power washing sidewalks. It's therapeutic almost. So, from producer Donna in the Facebook chat, other businesses in the community have stepped up to help out, like an auto detailer offering to clean up and detail that classic truck in her driveway for free. There's some amazing people in this world when everybody starts to come together. That's about it. 7 amazing articles tonight with 3 wholesome notes where we just featured true heroes. So, really good stuff. Thank you all again for tuning in or catching the replay on the Nix News Facebook page or the YouTube page. Again, we're live every Sunday, and our next episode will be on January 26th of 2025. I encourage participation, so by all means, if you feel inclined, you can message us and post suggestions for news brews, shout-outs, news quotes, and you can send us good news articles that we can show on future episodes. If possible, I do appreciate a variety of articles spread out across our 4 categories, and those categories are, again, science and technology, health and medicine, flora and fauna, aka plants and animals, and wholesome notes, the really nice articles we like to end on. You can message us on Facebook or Instagram, or email us at somebudgetstudios@gmail.com. Links are in the descriptions. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment if you feel inclined on our Facebook and YouTube videos to get good news and joy into the algorithm. We're still working on that, and I'm never going to tell you what to do, but I appreciate every single thing that y'all do to help us continue to spread good news and joy and get it out further into the world. likes and comments on the Facebook and YouTube videos go a long way, and they're just simple things. And yeah, we continue to grow, and I'm so thankful to all of you for all of your help with that. Producer Donna in the chat, that's the point I hope we get to with Nick's News, where we have a large caring community that can jump in and help sometimes. Producer Donna's saying exactly what I want with Nick's News. I want to build this into a community, a very large one, where good news is the currency, and where help is always available. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what 2025 has in store. I mean, like Muhammad Ali said, don't count the days, make the days count. So with that, I thank you all again for tuning in. I love you all. Have a great night, and I will play us out.